This is John Brecco here, the creator of this channel, the founder, as you can say. But had a couple extra minutes because the first lesson wasn't able to make it in unexpectedly. So I have a few minutes to talk to you guys. And what I want to talk about today is something I have been thinking of over the past couple of days, especially since these two just a promo together to kind of hype up their match. What I saw online is that people thought that it fell flat, but I'm still hyped for this match regardless, so I'm not really worried about it. So let's get right into it. What I'm talking about is one of the matches at Saturday night's main event, the World Heavyweight Championship match. You got CM Punk going up against Jey Uso for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship, the championship that Seth Rollins had to surrender due to a shoulder injury. How they made it look on Raw is that Braun Breaker took him out and that he will now be out for an extended period of time. But as far as I know, it's actually a shoulder injury, which when you break somebody in half on their midsection, that usually doesn't have anything to do with shoulder. So with that being said, first, let me say that I hope Seth Rollins has a speedy recovery, and I hope we see as soon as possible. Shout out to John Pick. I hyped for it, bro. Dude, I'm hyped for that man as well, and I can't wait. Shout out to Piyush. Thank you guys for tuning in along with the rest of you guys right now. Hopefully we get more as this keeps going. But, so CM Punk versus Jey Uso. There's a lot of different things that we could talk about, a lot of different directions that this match could go. You could have CM Punk win, become the face of Raw for a little bit, kind of the way you did back in 2011, all the way to when he lost the title to The Rock in 2013. You could have Jey Uso win and make this the big world title reign that he might feel like he should have had before losing that title to Gunther. And there's a lot of different feuds that could be involved from this. Jey Uso could feud LA Knight. He could feud with his brother. I'm sure he could feud with Roman at some point, especially since he said that he doesn't give a damn what his family thinks of him right now. But Roman Reigns isn't going to see him till Christmas, so this is obviously feuds for another time. I just hope they don't make it Jey and Jimmy. I wouldn't mind seeing one match between them, because brothers fight sometimes, and they're kind of setting it up like they're not agreeing with each other. They're on two different pages, and sometimes you got to fight to settle shit, and I think that's the direction that they're going to ultimately end up going with. WrestleMania was crap. I actually don't think it was that bad. I think the problem is the main event. We got something that did not live up to the hype whatsoever, and as a result, when the last match on the card is what ultimately falls short, that's the last thing everybody remembers. So with that being said, it makes WrestleMania seem a lot worse than it was. I don't think WrestleMania overall was terrible. I don't think it was amazing. Just the main event was garbage, and we should have got a lot more put into that main event than we did. And it was unfortunate, but it is what it is. No, I agree. Jey versus Jimmy at WrestleMania is a terrible idea. That should absolutely not happen. Shout out to Rahul. I love myself. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last. Shout out to Tyrese, who comes in the chats often, friend of this channel, as well as John Pick, by the way. Yeah, shout out to you guys for always tuning in. This is a good time to mention it. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. We have surpassed 20,000 subscribers. We're getting close to 20 and a half. Help us get to 25K by the end of the year. I would absolutely appreciate it. Tuna sandwiches, toasted or not. I'm not really a tuna sandwich type of guy, if I'm being 100% honest with you, man. I'm a big turkey guy. Normally when I get hoagies, we call them hoagies here in Jersey, I like turkey. I get the lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo. I'm pretty basic with my sandwiches, honestly. That's your opinion. You could feel like it should be toasted. I don't agree. But you know, is what it is. I do like jalapenos on my sandwiches. With that, shout out to Justical just popping in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. We appreciate you coming. But yeah, and on the CM Punk side of things, he feuded with Seth Rollins for a while. And with that being said, I don't want them to just drop his feud with the Vision entirely. I want something to come of this. I don't want Braun Breaker to kind of just be in the mid card, lost in the shuffle for absolutely no reason. Like, they should do something with Braun Breaker. They should do something where he gets involved in the main event somehow. I would honestly be okay if they just ruined the match altogether, the Braun Vision. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind it. Just don't put it at the end of the pay-per-view. That's a terrible idea. Shout out to Girth Demon, by the way. God, that name sounds wrong. Oh, my God. Some of these people got crazy names on here. Shout out to Pendu. But the person that I see winning this match at the end of it, in my opinion, it's probably, as of right now, it's a tough one for me. It really was up in the air. It was a toss-up a little bit. But I think that ultimately CM Punk is going to win. I do think Jimmy Uso going to get involved. I don't think he's going to cost Jimmy the match on purpose. But I do feel like what's going to happen is he's going to cost him the match. Jay's going to be pissed. And that's how we're this fight to happen between Jay and Jimmy Uso. And like Pick said earlier, as long as it doesn't happen at WrestleMania, I'm good with that. Last Raw, pure shit. Honestly, I've just been the shorts of it. Again, I'm excited for the CM Punk Jey Uso match. Maybe it wasn't, you know, the promo that people were hoping for. But again, I'm still excited to see them get in the ring. I don't think they've had a match since CM Punk has come back, so it'll be kind of cool to see. Shout out to Shogun coming in the chat. Shout out to Xander DeHart. Hi, I have been waiting for your videos for 1 year. I don't know why. I post every week and just started doing live streams. Shout out to Bilal. Jimmy, I think it's going to be an accident, though. CM Punk does a yeet and gets super kicked for the 1, 2, 3. Not even the Uso splash. It's just going to be super kick. It's going to be lights out like that. Like it's some kind of RKO out of nowhere. That's how quick that's going to happen. Like that. We're not even going to get a splash. Shout out to Daredevil X Editor. But yeah, again, I'm excited for the match. I hope we're going to get a good match on Saturday night's main event out of this. Honestly, Saturday night's main event overall doesn't look to be too terrible. I'm excited for Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre as well. I want Drew McIntyre to win so bad, but I don't think they're going to make his big title win, you know, at a Saturday night's main event. I feel like they're going to do it at a big paper. They didn't pull the trigger at WrestlePalooza. I'm wondering when it's going to happen. Shout out to Thomas Caldwell. What's the topic here? I wanted to come and just shoot the shit about CM Punk for Jey Uso because there's a lot of different ways that I feel like this match could go. I mentioned Jimmy Uso getting involved. I mentioned the Bruns getting involved somehow. But again, it's intriguing to me because there's a million ways that could go. So, Thomas, if you want to share any opinions while I'm talking about that or Saturday night's main event as a whole, I'm so happy to hear them, but you guys could feel free to just shoot the shit in the comment section. Have you noticed how Jay gets when CM Punk does a yeet, though? Bro, he got mad when CM Punk wanted to run his song back. Let's be real. CM Punk couldn't hang, and why he's back at WWE, bro. There's no reason for CM Punk to be going and doing MMA at 47 years of age. Even if he could hang in MMA when he got into it, he wouldn't be able to do it now. So I don't think it would really matter that much. But I think CM Punk doesn't have any beef with Jimmy. Why would he interrupt CM Punk? Because Jey Uso is his brother. Jey Uso is still his brother at the end of the day, and still going to have love for each other. And I don't think that's going to go away because we have went that route where they were angry at each other, and they've made up at this point. So I think like a bigger feud and Jimmy costing Jay the match by accident and them kind of fighting it out afterwards. I don't think we're going to get much more than that. But I could see Jimmy trying to still help out Jay because he cares him and he ends up costing him. So that's a way I could see where it would work and it would make sense. That's just my opinion. Daredevil X editor, WWE is scripted. No. You know what's also scripted? General Hospital is scripted. Pretty much any show you watch on Netflix along with Monday Night Raw is scripted. A lot of these shows that you watch are scripted. Shout out to Simon Belmont for entering the chat. To Brian. The trailer WWE dropped today is another little creativity for Las Vegas. I haven't watched the trailer for WrestleMania 42 yet, I'll be honest with you. And you've made me kind of curious for it. So thank you for sharing that came out. Next thing you know, you're telling me Santa isn't real. I mean, my dad kind of looks like Santa Claus. There's a lot of big men in my family. And when the hair goes gray, it can kind of make you look all Santa. You know what I mean? So he might be more real than you think. I don't know. Simon Belmont, I love wrestling. That's why we're here, bro. What if Jay wins and Jay becomes evil like Roman? I'm fucking here. Dude, I'm loving this aggressive side from Jey Uso, and I hope he manifests it in his match with CM Punk on Saturday night. And if Jimmy does cost him that match, I'm legitimately hoping that Jey Uso is the one who starts the feud, brother. Get a facial and haircut, hippie. Dude, I'm fine with how I look. I will be perfectly fine letting these chin locks grow. I am so good right here where I'm at. So if you don't like how I look, there's a billion other things you could watch. So I hope that doesn't bother you too much, but we just watched a few people as I was saying that. So clearly, some people are going to say they have a problem with how I look, but it's not really so much of a problem as they say it is. So that's my take on that. Roman 2, I'm down with that. I am too, man. Rob, get out. Yeah, that's fair. But obviously this is going to go up in just a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I came out here, charged my phone. I had a few minutes to talk to you guys about, CM Punk and Jey Uso. I'm so glad I got to hear some of your thoughts, your opinions, some of your ideas. Keep them coming. That is what the comment section is for. It's for that dialogue as well as right here in this show. Rollins is a great wrestler. Fire, Mike, everything. I agree with that 100%. You predict about the Vision team. Eventually, Braun Breaker is going to become world champion, and he is going to lift the Vision into the future. And Paul is going to stay relevant until he's about 117 years old. There, I said, watch out. I saw a ghost nearby. Dude, I saw a ghost too. My 3-year-old niece pretended to be one. It was pretty scary. You'd be surprised. But anyways, that being said, I've charged my phone as much as I can. I do have to get back to work. Let me know your continued thoughts on CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship, as well as any other match on the card. Feel free to dialogue and continue it which is what we started in here, excuse me. Continue the dialogue in the comment section as this gets posted up. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. Again, make sure you subscribe, comment, share, all that. Help us once again get to 25K by the end of the year. Once again, we appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back soon.